Yes, we are recording. Hey, Mark Shepard. This is the second time I've done this because, as always, I thought I pushed record, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm here in my car with my dad. I'm visiting my dad. He's right here. Say hi, Dad.
Hi.
And we are on an adventure, and we're doing some guy stuff and one of the secret projects that we're working on. And we're going to build a tree fort and no, not a tree fort. I'm up here looking right now. We're at the St. Lawrence Seaway. We're at the Eisenhower Lock. It doesn't look like much because we're in the car and it's just a rainy, cold, nasty day. So my dad and I are just out adventurizing a little bit, and we found this really cool boat parked in a parking lot, and I'll show some of that to you in a minute. But the whole purpose of that is I'm thinking about building, here's the big secret, thinking about building my own houseboat with the help of my dad. So we can have a project. Boy, does Dad need a project. But before we get to that project, there's some other projects we're gonna do first around his house, and I'll talk about those another time. But I'm looking and thinking seriously and doing a lot of research about houseboats and the best way to build a simple, sustainable structure that can be movable. So that's what we're working on or playing with. And again, it's the idea farm, people. It's idea farming. We are following ideas. And the cool thing, and I said this before, and I'll say it again, one idea leads to the next idea, leads to the next idea, like a string of pearls. And by the time you finally get to like the action steps, it's like, oh my God, this idea has evolved. And it started here and has led me all the way over here. So my dad and I are just in brainstorming mode. We're talking about ideas. We're talking about possibilities. And it's exciting to think about doing some projects together. So that's the update. And I got some cool B-roll of that old boat. So I'll show that to you now. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Stay tuned for the B-roll. Here it is. I love you guys. Peace, groovyness. Over now. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please share this with somebody who actually is interested in interesting, weird stuff like you are and me are, and I are, and we are, and we're just grooving here. Boom.
I don't know, but I've been told this old ocean is deep and cold, and it's a story too huge to be sold. But if you tell it, I will listen while our ship comes sailing in again. And if I had a boat, I'd sail it. And if it sprang a leak, I'd bail it. And if there was a storm, I'd hightail it back to you. Well, I don't know, but I have seen storms at sea that would turn you green. And the sea may well be ruthless, but it's never ever mean. If you hold my hand, I'll hold yours till we both get safely back to shore. And if I had a boat, I'd sail it. And if it sprang a leak, I'd bail it. And if there was a storm, I'd hightail it back to you. Well, I don't know, but I have heard the odds against surviving are just absurd. But someone's got to do it, so let's gather up our courage. You can be my friend, I'll be yours. Together we can weather every storm. Yeah. And if I had a boat, I'd sail it. And if it sprang a leak, I'd bail it. And if there was a storm, I'd hightail it back to you. Well, I don't know, but I can feel when someone's full of air or when they're real, so I will take the lookout. Baby, you can take the wheel. Look to starboard, look to port. You can use my shoulder for support. And if I had a boat, I'd sail it. And if it sprang a leak, I'd bail it. And if there was a storm, I'd hightail it back to you. And if I had a boat, I'd sail it. And if it sprang a leak, I'd bail it. And if there was a storm,